Welcome to Capture the Reps podcast, the podcast for fitness creatives by fitness creatives. Each episode, we will dive into techniques, strategies, and behind-the-scenes stories to help fast-track your career. Whether you're behind the camera or in front of it, this is the space to grow, create, and connect. Hit it, Sam. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. I apologize for the long scheduling, but we don't live here, so had to drive. We literally just drove in. So.
Yeah, drove in from Yuma.
Yes, sir.
You were like the unofficial media mayor of Yuma, I believe.
Nah. We got a lot of homies down there, but it's fun. Small town.
Yeah.
Small town.
Everyone knows everybody. You go to the grocery store and it takes an extra hour because you run into people kind of.
Oh yeah, no, leaving church is a mission. Yeah. And we literally had this we had this conversation last week how I need to change. So I was like, yeah, literally everywhere we go, it's like, all right, gotta. But
how do you handle that socially? Do you have some type of hey, I gotta go feed the dogs, or do you have an out?
No, that's why I had a full blown intervention last week about how I can't say bye to anybody anymore. Yeah. So I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on the change.
Intervention is awesome.
I say bye to everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm working on not doing
yeah.
that.
Irish, they came up with a good way to do that.
True. The Irish did. It's a fact.
I might have to.
It's a fact.
I might have to. So after this, if I just leave without acknowledging any of you,
Honestly, we'll be proud.
Okay.
Listen, but I'm the same way. I like to take a victory lap. You gotta take a victory lap. Goodbye to everybody.
I'm not the same. I'm walking out, and everyone in the gym's like, "Bye, Chris," and I'm like.
I'm trying to be right in the middle.
Fair.
I feel if you know the people well enough, you can Irish exit. But if it's extended family or cousin Jill.
Yeah, Jill. You gotta say bye to Jill.
I try.
I'm doing one of these. I'm trying that one. And overall, bye everybody.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
Love you.
Just
bye.
Cover everybody. That's actually smart. I gotta implement that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Wave hits everyone.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Okay.
We'll see how.
This is good. I've already learned something.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
You know what? We're good. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Yeah. See you. No.
It's all practice.
Yeah.
We'll do it afterwards.
Yeah.
No. I always like to start these conversations with a very open-ended question.
Yeah.
You can just take it wherever you want to.
Yeah.
So just envision yourself on that drive from Yuma.
Yeah.
Where do you want to turn? Do you keep going? It's a pretty straight drive though, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. Never mind. But yeah, what was the origin story of you?
Yeah.
With a camera? I know you do other things besides camera work, but if we want to start there and then hitting on design and stuff.
Glad to. Yeah, honestly, I started doing photo and video, just interest in it truly in high school. I've always drawn my whole life. I've always done art my whole life, but never really had a big interest in it. It wasn't until I had an option for an elective senior year of high school, and one of my friends was like, you should do this class called CTV. And CTV was literally a broadcast show they had at high school. So first period we do a live news show. Second period we make skits for the intro. And at the time I just skated, and I love skate videos. Didn't really have any interest in making one until I had the assignment. Until I took that elective, and I was like, sure, whatever, I'll do it. I'm a senior, I'll just take any class. So then I was like, whatever, I'll just do it. And then I did it, and dude, I fell in love with it. I was like, well, I'm gonna go film my friends skating because I watched these skate videos and this is kind of cool. So then it was just one of those things where put a camera in my hand and I was like, I like this. This is fun. And then ended up making the senior video that day. And honestly, it kind of just took off from there with video. And I liked video a lot. They were using cassette tapes at the time. I'd have to manually do it in Final Cut. Had no idea what I was doing. I think I asked the teacher to do it for me every single time. So I was like, can you just get my footage on here so I can cut it? And but it was cool. He gave us prompts and things to practice, cinematography rules. We were actually practicing cinematography in there, and I'm super grateful for him. So it was cool. So I did that, and it wasn't until honestly I got an iPhone. So fast forward, loved it, and it wasn't until I got an iPhone 4S where I actually got to practice it again, and that was in college. And I still love skating, but I never had it was in that moment where you're man, I really love this, but I don't have the gear. And so I begged my parents. I was like, I want to get an iPhone 4. It has a video on it. Let me get one. And I was
Revolutionary time.
I was gonna say all the OGs remember
I remember shooting skate videos with my friends at the local 3-stair.
Yeah.
We'd have a literal $200 handheld camcorder.
Let's go.
Flip out and just constantly holding it at a low angle. Like
that whole thing. And dude, honestly, that was the origins for everything that was to come after. Like the DIY part, like the loose, like zooming in, like the Baker style, like vlog style skate video, all of that came from like watching it being integrated, the angles, all of it was just like second nature from watching and doing. And like once, and all on the phone too. Remember the phones had the little rigs?
Yeah, dude.
They had the little rigs, and they had like the little. I had like all. I have a
Put, like,
picture.
a little fake fish eye on them.
Yeah, the little Olo clips.
Yeah.
I had I actually came across it the other day. It was like a picture of like my actual setup. I had like the little 360 thing that you put on. All of it, dude. Yeah, but I like fell in love with it. But like photo wasn't really in the picture yet. It was just like I took like another elective in college for it. And I was like, yeah, this is fun, but I liked videos. But I think it wasn't until like, honestly, like after that, I actually went to college here. I went to the Art Institute over on Dunlap. It's like closed now. And then I got like, I was sick of my job because I was studying design. This is like fast forward. But like, I went to school for design, and I hated my job. It was like my first big boy job, and I was working at a digital marketing agency over here in Scottsdale. And it was cool. It was like, it started. I was making money. I was like, it's fun. Like, it's cool. But I wasn't like doing anything I was like juiced on. And it wasn't until like my buddy actually contacted me. He was like, hey, like, I know like you take pictures for like fun. You do like video stuff for fun. But like, I work over here at this agency called Santee. It's actually just up the street. Okay. It's over there, like right over here on I forget where exactly, but it's up the plaza. It's like right when you get off the freeway. And he's like, we're doing this thing called social content. He's like, it's pretty new. He's like, we're just, it's taking pictures for these brands. And, and I had no idea what any of that meant. Because what I was doing is like making infographics for people. He's like, just come in for the interview. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And that was like where photo really like took off for me. And we had like clients like Pocky, those like Japanese like biscuit sticks, Harvest Snaps, Peter Piper, like all these like clients, China Mist, like tea. And my job was to make like 12 pieces of unique content every month in like this tiny little closet. And they're like, you have like $100 budget, make it work every month. So I had to like sketch it out. Dude, it was like, it's because we didn't really know what, like, we had strategists, like, it was like the beginning of like influencer content, like really big. I didn't even know what it was at the time. I was like, we're paying this girl in Japan like X amount of dollars to like pose with these Pocky sticks, like whatever. And I was like, I just not to take, I was like, I just had to take a picture of them in the closet, like, but it forced me to get real creative, and that was like where I learned Flash. So it was like, dude, it's been wild. Like honestly, it's taken me like a lot of places, so I can like stop or keep going wherever. But that's kind of like, yeah, it's been wild, dude.
I mean, I could listen to you talk about that stuff all day.
Really?
I feel like it's just like an endless, like you could keep going about like different stories. I love the idea though that you really challenge your creativity by like, oh, here's a couple $100, here's a closet, make it look like a crazy like set or whatever.
I like that too. Like it's just a very, because I feel like we all have really unique origin stories for like how we started in video and photo, and that is honestly probably one of the most unique. But I also feel like challenging, because product photography is hard.
Yeah, dude. And for some, and like, like when you get into like a certain genre, that's like all you're doing for a little bit. I went down this like product and like food photography route for like in restaurant for like 2 or 3 years when I was living here. And it was cool. Like I worked for Yelp for a little bit while I was here. I lived here from like, when did I move here?
When did you work for Yelp? Because I worked at Yelp too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you know Sophie Lafkin? That'd be so funny if you did. I'd laugh. Just say yeah. Just kidding.
Yeah. We were
go with it.
Well, yeah. What year would that have been?
That might have been like, maybe like 2016.
Okay, so you would have been after me. So I worked at Yelp at 2014.
Really?
Did it for 11 months. Smile and dial. Led to my caffeine addiction.
Yeah.
All of these great things about myself.
Definitely.
But I tell you what I loved about that culture was like my best friends, all my guy friends here, like my best guy friends, we were on the same sales team in 2014, and our best friends still until this day.
You worked in sales? Oh, dang. I worked in I covered events. Like I did my friend, how did I meet her? I actually met just networking, dude. Like at that agency, she was like, I have a friend who's getting married. Like, you take pictures. Do you want to shoot her wedding? And I was like, sure. So I was like, I think it might have been my first wedding. So then like I shot that, and it was here. It was, it was like over here at I can't remember what everything's called, but it's a beautiful place downtown. And she was like, I work for Yelp. you want to work? And I was like, great. So it was like, it's like that whole thing. But it's like I would get paid like an hour to like shoot this event at like a, because I don't know if, well, you work there, so you know what they're like. They'd have like these events where they like introduce new restaurants.
Yes.
They bring like the Yelp elites, and like they would come and like review the restaurants. It was a cool system. Yeah. And I would just go and document it and have the photos that they would post like highlighting the event.
I think it was like community managers or something like community.
Yeah. So they're like $65 an hour. And so I'd literally go, they'd give me like $65 and like I would get like maybe 2 or 3 a month. And I'm like, this is cool. Yeah. And at the time it was like, you just pick up jobs. Yeah, so it's like, I was doing that for a long time. And and then we did that for a little bit. And then what happened? And I think I moved back home because I always knew I'd go back home, and then loved CrossFit, did CrossFit. And then one day up here I started working for X Endurance. And that's why I got plugged in the CrossFit world. Did that. Matt and Sammy posted something on their story one day saying they need somebody for the games for Matt's return. And I applied and got it.
Yeah.
And then that catapulted that whole journey.
Yeah. So talk a little bit more about that. So the gateway in was X Endurance. Was that, were you working alongside Eric then as well with that? Or?
No. I think I might have been like a little bit after him. Okay. Yeah, a little bit after him.
So you follow in the footsteps of greatness, like just like me at Yelp.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Eric, he might be the one that's doing it now, right?
Yeah, Imam.
Yeah, Imam's got it locked now. I think I was like in the beginning, like earlier on. So I worked for Yelp because same thing. I met I had a friend at my first like big boy job here. She was actually my project manager. Her name's Michelle Giannino, and they have a gym here, A-Lee Athletics. She's married to Alex Lee, Olympic weightlifter. She actually was like, hey, I work at X Endurance now. Would love to like hire you. And I was like, awesome, let's do it. And that introduced me to like more product stuff, like getting more introduced to athletes. And, they were like, well, you want to go to the CrossFit games? And I was like, okay, well, and that was the year they opened it up.
How did you like, so to get to the CrossFit games, obviously you had to prove yourself. Like, was there anything that you did that make yourself stand out amongst the crowd, or like anything that you can like put
during the games, like at the games? No,
prior to like prior to getting the games job, like obviously they recognized something in you. Whenever you were like you were first working with them, like was there something that you did or something that stood out or like anything that like resonated well? And it could be simple as like just I was networking. And
dude, honestly, I think I'd have to go back and look to see how long I was working with them, but I think it was just like relationship. They're like, we've been working with this guy. He's there. I had to go back and look, and I might go back and look and be like, actually, it was this, but because I haven't thought about it in a long time, but like. No, we worked with them for a little bit, and Cooper was there as well. Everybody knows Cooper in the fitness space. Cooper was a buddy of mine too, and he was there working a different job, and Jason was there, and we were all just buddies. And they were like they took a chance on me, sending me to the games in 2019 because I barely knew anything about CrossFit. I didn't know any of the athletes, I really didn't, and I just did it. I just enjoyed CrossFit as a sport, and I think is because I was shooting my own gym. I was shooting my home gym. I was shooting Hidden Valley at home in Yuma, and I think that was like if there was anything that's like any sort of recollection about like experience with CrossFit, it had to be from my home gym because like I hadn't shot anything yet. That was my only experience with CrossFit, so I would assume it was probably that. And then once I got to the games, I shot it like I knew anything else, like shoot it like skateboarding, shoot it like anything else. I had no like 70 to 2. I don't even think I had a 7200. I think I had a 5D. I think I had a 5D Mark IV. Like I think I might have rented. I had to go back and look at the pictures, dude. And funny enough, that year, it was my first trip. I was nervous, and I was meeting Jason at the airport, and I was like super nervous and excited for it was like kind of one of my first big boy jobs. And I was staying at a buddy's house. Got up real early, go to the airport. So I was trying to take a shower at night. And dude, I was trying to go to the bathroom and I hit my face clean on a door.
No.
So if you go back and look at pictures, I have this picture of me and Josh Bridges. I have a big old cut on my head, dude. So that first year.
Does he know about this too?
Yeah, they all know.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So it was the funniest thing. I had a big old cut in my head. You can see it. It's clear as day.
That's awesome.
Fat old cut in my head, dude. And I was first games, everything was super new. I had met Josh once because I did a graphic for him for Good Dudes. And yeah, man, like the whole fitness thing was really like a roller coaster ride, because like it was such a blessing, dude. Like especially in like the early days, like the Buttery Bros, they were there from like and all those guys, like the OGs, they've been there for so long. But like so that 2019 time in general was like so crazy, and it was cool. But yeah, I just remember first CrossFit Games, I had a big old gash on my head.
I feel like that would almost like help you like relax a little bit, because you're like, I have this big gash on my head, like everyone's looking at that, they're not like looking at me for like any type of like
yeah. And we had a lot of athletes at the time. It was all the Exodus athletes. It was like Amanda Barnhart, it was Amanda.
No one's gonna take it personally if you forget their name.
I do. No, I just like I got the bird brain now, dude. No,
That's how it goes.
Yeah, but it was a lot.
Does it?
I know. Yes, it's the lights, right?
Yeah, it's the lights for sure. But no, it was a lot of I remember Amanda a lot because I shot Amanda. I mean, you look at her and I was like, dude, Amanda. It's hard to forget Amanda.
Yeah.
And she's so nice. But yeah, dude. Yeah, that was a fun year, 2019.
So 2019 games, and then you alluded to a little bit, but how you just replied to like a story from Matt, and like how did that whole thing start? And, obviously you guys have a great relationship even till this day.
Yeah. Oh, that one's wild, man. That one's like such a blessing, dude. So like I'd still not had like a lot of like experience watching CrossFit stuff. Like I had watched some of the docs, like I knew of Matt, like I just didn't know like what he meant to like the sport. Yeah. And I don't mean that in like any other way. Like I truly didn't know. And my friend Fabian, we were at the gym, and Matt was like his dude. Like he watched all the stuff, like he was telling me about it. And again, I knew who they were. I just didn't know like what he meant like to the people. Weight. Yeah. So I didn't really know. So like I just knew my athletes that I shot.
Do you feel like that helped you in a way?
1,000%.
Yeah. It's almost like ignorance is bliss and that. Yeah.
Yeah. And the nerves were still there. Cause once it started happening, I was like, oh, this is who I'm taking pictures of. So it's almost like
you're like, oh, all those medals on his jersey. Why is he always wearing the white jersey? It's so weird.
It was so weird. So it was like, so we're at our home gym. My buddy Fabian was like, hey dude, like Matt, and I think it was because 2019, 2020 was 2020. Yeah. And then it was 2021 where he had retired, but he come back as a spectator, and they put on their story they were just like looking for somebody to document like Matt and them going around and all that. And this is when HWPO was still hybrid and all that stuff. So so my buddy Fabian was like, you should just apply. And I was like, dude, no way. Like it's one of those no ways. Like truly. And I was like, no, like I've only shot CrossFit once, like I only shoot the gym, like nah. And at the time I was like, I was kind of like chill with my career. I was doing like, I was happy with it. It was cool. Like I was doing portraits, I was doing weddings, I was loving it. I was shooting the gym, fun, dude, like, shooting the community. And but I was like, screw it, let's just apply. So I did, and then like shortly after, like I think probably an email or something from Sammy, and I was like, oh shoot, like that's wild. And I was like, dang, and I didn't know all the stuff she had with feeding the Frasers and all that, and dude, long story short, like sure enough, they took the chance on me, and I went out there and did a bunch of stuff for feeding the Frasers and for Matt and all the content, and one thing led to another, and started traveling with them, and that's when the whole transition from leaving hybrid and making their own platform and starting the brand and doing all that, and man, like that whole thing was like literally like fourth gear, just go. And that was all the early days of HWPO, which is like honestly some of the best memories like of my life, which is like so cool. And thanks to them, they like really gave me like not only so much experience, but like great memories, dude. Like some of the most fun things ever, like traveling Europe with them was so fun, like building relationships with them, like meeting Mal and Jason and Jake, like it's all of that is like, it's honestly like once in a lifetime thing. Like I've always been, even to this day, I'm such a big fan of like firsts. So like even all the stuff that we did with Rad, like there was a lot of like, because I started working with them in like the early days too. So like a lot of stuff that we did with them was like first time stuff, and that was like everything with HWPO that was like that I cherish so much, like launching the platform, like doing all that stuff, like making the first graphic, like all that is like so much fun, dude. And like Yeah, Jake and I used to joke around too all the time. It was just like, remember, it was just the 4 of us. It was like super fun, just because like him and I would just sleep in Matt's house, and it's just so fun, dude. But all that was like super special, because like all that was like all the photos we took. You know, you don't realize the stuff that we take, like the photos that we take, how much they mean to people. But like I go back and look at them now, and like I look at the photos of like Jason and Mal, like in the dungeon and all that stuff, and those dark days. Yeah. Dark days as in like heavy training days, and like it's just them two and like all that stuff, and intense days, and like, you know, all that history.
I was gonna say, is there any like story that kind of like a great way to like summarize like that whole experience of working from the ground floor up?
There's a lot. There's some inappropriate ones. Just
let's keep it appropriate.
Just some
dim the lights.
I was gonna say.
I just some.
I don't want to call from O'Keefe right now, being like, "Hey, brother," like.
I think just some like just Jake and I just being boys, just stinking up the rooms everywhere we go. Like I think it's just funny because like Jake and I, everywhere we went, we're always roommates, and he'll laugh about this. He'll probably send me a message about this later. But like him and I, everywhere we went, like every room, just a fart box, like hit Jake and I everywhere we go.
Was this like a dietary thing? Like
no, it's just like a lot of protein and not a great diet on the road.
It's hard, dude.
Yeah, dude, you guys know. No, I honestly, it's funny because like Jake comes to mind, because like it was like Jake and I really did, like he was my road dog for a long time, and like Jake and I did so much together, and like I was like the only content person for a long time, so it was like literally myself, Jake, Matt, Sammy O'Keefe, and like Mal would come into town, or like Jason would come into town. This is early. But I think like the home base of the VT, like Matt's house, like the basement gym, I think that whole era, that whole thing was like such a beauty. That it was so fun, because like it was always the same thing. There was like cookouts, and they still do it now. Like they did such a good job of like keeping that culture, like as they grew, and it was so cool. And at the time I had like I haven't seen the new gym, but like being there in that days, like those days was so fun, because like we'd all be upstairs and then they'd all go downstairs. We'd be working upstairs after getting content, and we'd hear barbells smashing and music going while we're trying to edit and be on calls. Like I think just the like the chaos of it being in one building, in a tiny building, was really fun. And I think just that whole thing, everything that comes around it, like, and just figuring it out was like really fun to like experience.
Yeah. Did you ever jump in on any workouts with them?
A couple of times, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, not a lot though, but that was by design. I think there's just one video of like, I think I never did. And I think Craig Ritchie told me one time too, like he was there and like we did a training, and he like straight up, he was like, I don't do the accent, but he was like, "You train?" And I was like, "Yeah, sometimes." Because like it's one of those things where you keep it low key, and then you train, and like, yeah, you're not Matt, but like you definitely know how to move, right? Yeah, I mean, you two are way more fit than I ever was, but like, you know, it's
not recently.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But like I think I did like I a couple of times, but I kind of knew my place. I would wait till they're done, and like I'd go in and do a workout later with like, you know, whoever was there later, and just do my own thing, because I was like, yeah, you guys know we always eat last.
Yeah.
You know, whether if that's like physical food or rest, everything. So I think I just waited. You know, they were always like, just hop in. I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm not about to do a 40-minute EM1 with Mal on a Sunday.
Right.
I was like,
right.
I did one time, and like if there's any workout to jump in, it's that 40-minute EM1, but you're trying to keep up, and it's not gonna happen.
I was gonna say, like, I'd probably jump in on like a rowing interval or like something like that, but like not try to keep the same pace. You know,
no,
casual,
yeah,
like
sneak it.
yeah, because like the other thing too is like you don't want to like they're like doing like 225 power cleans, and you're over there like, okay, I'll do 130 in the quarter.
No. But then you get like somebody like Chad. When Chadrick started coming in, he would hop into the workouts like proper, and I'm like, oh god, Chadrick. I was like, we're not doing this, but he's amazing.
I always see his like big camera rig setups, and I'm like, dude has to be strong just to handle all of that camera weight. And everything. He would hop in those workouts for sure. Yeah,
but yeah, not I. not I.
So fast forward a little bit now. Yes, that covers like the HWPO chapter. Let's talk about the RAD chapter.
Oh, let's do it.
Shall we?
Yes,
wherever you want to go.
Dude,
tell me.
The RAD thing. Honestly, I feel like I've just been blabbing, bro. I appreciate it.
That's the whole concept of this. I'm just supposed to sparkle in some moments, you know, here and there, or like add a little like zhuzh, so to speak. So
slow me down at any moment, because I just got out of a car and I talk fast. So
That's okay.
you're good.
We'll match your energy.
Sure.
I don't think you got to worry about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll go down.
Yeah.
The rad thing. Rad was another like blessing. It was cool. So like, and it's cool. So we talk about like the skate route stuff, you know. Cooper has also, I think this is like worth noting, like Cooper has also been like a major part of like my like anything I've done in fitness, like, and a lot of people's too. But like for me, he constantly tossing me stuff. When I was doing design, he would toss me stuff. When I was doing like, when I was in it, he was always tossing me stuff, always like going up to bat for me. So like, I will always like, that guy is my dude. I love him. Cooper's always been so helpful. But like when it came to, you know, Rad coming on the scene, you know, they had kind of launched already. They were doing all their stuff, you know, when they launched that Wadapalooza and all that. I was working for HWPO, and that's kind of when I met, or during semifinals that year, that's when I met Ben, because Cooper was just like, hey, you know, this is Ben, you know, you should meet, you know, I want you guys to meet, you know, he's got this brand Rad, he's real big like skate roots. I know you skated, like, you know, just natural, like, you know how he is. He's like, you know, y'all gotta meet. You both got cameras, be friends, like totally like little kid style. But like, so we met, and like, sure enough, I was like, dude, like, you know, I love what you have going on right now. And you know, they were still like in early days, like developing everything, and they had launched. And I told him, I was like, you know, if there's anything ever we can do, like, you know, would love to. I know I'm here at HWPO. At the time I was a contractor, so it was like, you know, but I never wanted to like step on toes with where I was at. So
how did you navigate that? Because I think that's important to hit on. It's like, because
love to.
A lot of people are facing that situation.
Totally. It takes a lot of discernment and honesty and communication. Because like, and I'll tell you exactly how, like, Danielle was coming to Vermont during a training camp, and she was training with all of our people. And at the time, they needed to shoot tapes that they do. And so they had asked, I forget how it came up, but I just knew, I was like, okay, well, let me ask Sammy, because we have our own stuff that we need to get, you know? So we have our own stuff, and, you know, and she had always been like so gracious with me. Like, you know, any idea I had or anything, like, you know, she pretty much left it to me. She's like, well, if you can do it, like, if it doesn't intrude or anything with what we're doing, is like, you know, go for it. So, she knew like that was something like, I love that brand. We all wore Rads. Like, you know, Jake was helping them out a lot. So it was like, you know, we were in it. We were invested in it. This is way before Wild on Earth. While they were developing. But like, so she was down. So then she came, we did a vlog for them, and that was kind of like the first thing we'd done for them. But it was only through, you know, conversations with her and her approval where, you know, I was able to go and do it. And so we did it, and, you know, it was all good. And then it kind of time went on. Like, I kept doing the HWPO stuff. Like, we still had games to shoot. We still had the European stuff. And it wasn't until like I left HWPO, and where we started working a little bit more together on a freelance basis. And the work that we ended up doing there, like, was aside from competition stuff, because I had kind of got burned out on comp stuff. And once Mal left, I was like, I don't really feel like emotionally invested to shoot competition stuff anymore. So I was like, but I would love to do some of like the brand stuff, because the stuff that they do. Yep. So they were cool, and that's when we did their first year at the games, when they did the racing. So they were so sick, and that's where all the product photography stuff comes into play, and all that, like, all that experience came in, and we were able to do the product stuff, and that relationship just every year from then on, like, shot the games and for them, but only like campaign stuff. So even till now, it's like I pretty much, even till the last couple of years, where I realized JT's out there. The other JT is out there with like an FX3, an FX6, another Sony, and I'm like, dude, you need help. And he's like, no, I got it. And I was like, you need help, dude. So I was like, I will help JT if he needs it. Not to say like, you know, if I can help him, I will help him. Yeah. So then they're like, yeah, you can go help. And so then, like, I think it was until like the last year, like, I went to go help JT, and I was like, oh shoot, here we go. And I was like definitely rusty, because I see like how good all you guys are, especially on video, because I was like just photo. Like on the floor, I was just photo, never video. Yeah. And that was always like Alex, Chadrick, or Carlos, or Vakey. Like, they always took it, and I always just did photo. So even then I just did photo, but I just remember going out there, I was like, dang, how do I do this again? And I was like just rusty, and I was like, you know, but what you guys do with video, dude, like, you guys, so much props. Like, not only you guys go on film, but flip reels. I'm like, Man, it's so quick, dude. We were even struggling trying to flip photos back in the, like, just in those days. And I would see Vic, she'd have the dongle. I'm like, what is that thing? And she'd have photos out for proven in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, dude, her and Carly. I'm like, dude, you guys are fast, man. But
I saw like Carlos posted something where it was like there's like it's like a FX6, there was like this, there was that the attachment, like whenever you want this, that, and the other. Like he had a gimbal. Yeah. He had a gimbal, and it was, I think there was an FX3 on it. Yeah. And then he had another camera. He was taking photos while he was holding on to a gimbal. I'm like, geez, dude, like
you know what's funny? He's joking, but he's probably the only one that's capable of it. Yeah. And I'm like,
I'm gonna be honest. People that run around CrossFit comps with a gimbal are impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I use that for real estate, like all the time. Yeah. I'm always thinking like I could never. Not at a CrossFit comp.
No,
I could not.
Dude,
I don't think I could either.
Like Mars, like just running alongside the athletes sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll just be like,
so iconic.
Yeah, I was like,
literally so
crazy.
Like literally running next to all of them at the same speed.
Yeah. They're so cool,
stabilization setup.
They go for it, man.
I know.
That one was so funny. And it was with Matt. It was against Matt, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So funny, dude. Yeah, they're amazing. I haven't seen them in a long time, but yeah, they were. Yeah, that's. Oh no, we saw them at the Ruck.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's so funny. I could never gimbal. I feel like if you're gonna do gimbal, you're gonna be like, this is what I'm doing, but it's purely on a challenge mode.
Yeah,
I'm trying to challenge myself.
Yeah, 100%.
I've always gone handheld.
Yes, sir.
And you do sacrifice a little bit, right? Like. Just recently, we were at Wadapalooza, Miami, and I was shooting from like the 511 booth down onto the floor, like the weightlifting floor.
Yeah.
And I was fighting the wind.
Ooh.
The wind was just like pushing me back. So like my footage is a little bit shaky. I still got the moment, but like you sacrifice a little bit of stuff whenever you do obviously go handheld.
Yeah.
There's something about like the holding on to it, like just like the feel of it and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, like, because I use a gimbal. I feel like the kind of shots I'm trying to get when I'm shooting fitness, like I feel like I get in a mode when I'm shooting handheld. Like I'm like, I know what style of shots I'm looking for. Whereas when I have a gimbal, my brain immediately is like thinking how I can shoot
smooth
like a real estate.
Yeah,
like this is a really nice house.
Yeah, it's gonna be like speed ramps and like crazy transitions. And
he just flips a reel for the stadium.
I mean, like you think, like I think about it, I'm like, actually, that could be pretty cool to like show like. I don't know, like the Wadapalooza setup as like a
do it.
It might be sick, actually.
That's what I mean. Like,
I've been seeing a lot of like people do the shooting whatever as though it was a car. Ooh. I don't know if that's in my algorithm right now.
Yeah, that's what's in my head. Like, I've seen those reels. Like, I
do that.
He's like, our newborn baby, but I only shoot cars. And it's like that.
Yeah.
I almost feel like if you shot it that way and kept the raw audio, like you threw a good mic on there and like you just hear the sounds,
the crowd,
like walking into like for our perspective, walking through the back, like especially spectators, like they don't know what that looks like, or like being right there on the floor. It's just maybe there's like an enhanced version of wearing meta glasses because that kind of gets lame.
When's your competition that you're shooting that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
When's the competition that you're going to shoot this at?
That I'm going to do this?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Well, I was gonna say we can hold the release here because I don't want to get anybody to get a leg up on you if you're gonna do this.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to get a media pass at Legend.
Nah, but no one's
Alan responded to me while we're sitting here, by the way.
No reason to humble brag that.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, no, I was thinking about that, like when I made that recent reel, like with Ruth. I was like, it'd be kind of cool to like shoot a CrossFit comp like this.
Yeah.
I'd have to bring my gimbal, obviously, but like doing like speed ramps and like showing the area like that. Like,
give it a go, dude.
Yeah, why not?
I think that hits on the main thing though, the importance of being different. Because if everyone's doing the same thing and getting the same highlights and making the same stuff over and over again, like how are you ever going to stand out?
There is a lot of y'all out there too.
There's a lot of good.
Yeah, all y'all are good too, bro.
Like that's what I mean. Like there's a lot of good creators. That's why I think like Ish is like one of my favorites, dude. Because he's always like pushing the limits of like what you're doing, like or like what is currently being made in the CrossFit space. Like a dude will literally be shooting, like he was shooting, Ish, right?
I think so.
He's my captures.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the yellow.
Everybody knows each other by the Instagram handle.
I know.
Yeah, I do. I really do. I was
100%.
like, yeah. I was
It's all right. That's why this podcast exists. So we're going to know each other personally.
Yes.
We're going to be able to pull
love
up like examples.
I
We're going
love
to talk
it.
about each
I
other's
know.
lives.
I love it.
Don't give him too much credit though.
My head's not going to be able to fit through the door. So
Exactly.
listen, I'm going to be humbled next week anyways because my kid's probably going to get here. So I'm going to be real humbled real quick.
Yeah,
whenever I'm
yeah.
changing that like 15th diaper, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it all comes back around.
But yeah, he just was shooting. Like on his podcast, he was talking about skate mags. He was like those angles and like shooting with a fisheye lens. Like he was posting CrossFit photos like 2 weeks ago with a fisheye.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that takes me back.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
takes me back to like watching girl skate vids and like Nike's like debacle video.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely brought that. He brought it correct too, and he really like leaned into it. So like he's probably one where I definitely think where I'm like he really injected like a new style into
100%.
it, which is really cool because it needed it.
Yeah,
It really did.
I agree.
How do you challenge your creativity nowadays?
Trying new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trying new stuff, taking breaks, like resetting, being entertained. Like honestly, like especially lately, because you know we can all get into the hustle and bustle really easily. But like taking breaks is a good one. And I think lately right now, like trying new stuff and learning new skills, because every time you guys know it's like a new piece of gear is kind of like a cheap way to do that.
For sure.
Because you're learning a new skill and you get inspired. But like honestly, there's like some stuff that like new techniques are cool. I think that's like the benefit of going to school is like they introduce new stuff to you. But like, or now, you know, we see something online where, you know, again, it's like it's almost like a cheaper version of doing it. But like you see a reel online where like, dang, I want to do that. Like I want to try that. It's a nice way, but it's like, you know, I think even finding inspiration offline could be helpful too. But like, I think for me, like the restoration is huge because like I can't connect, like I can't feel if I'm not rested, and especially even lately, like, you know, it's like I've known that more intimately lately too. It's like, all right, I'm not feeling it because I'm not rested.
Yeah.
So, but also like going out and doing stuff for yourself, practicing is huge. Like, because every time we had those in the early days too, we had those opportunities to like shoot something new. You know, it was always and I always felt inspired because I had been doing stuff for myself, whether if it was shooting my friends or like just shooting in general when I actually had a camera on me at all times. And I was like, I want to shoot this, but here.
Yeah.
I want to do it on the CrossFit floor. I want to do it here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because the stuff you do that like, you know, all this stuff, like the agency stuff, the Yelp stuff, like those are things to pay the bills, but also you're getting reps behind the camera. You never know how that's going to like integrate in your style.
Yeah.
It's especially like with the, you know, I think selfishly all the skateboarding stuff was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do, but it was the Yelp stuff and the event stuff that really showed me how to like cover details.
Yeah.
You know, and then like I mentioned this like before, but like my family has like our whole childhood documented, and I'm so grateful for it because I can go back and I'm like, dang, this is nuts. Like, you know, I remember this, that, and the other, and like just like the way they took pictures. You know, and I always thought it was my mom, but it was my dad because like I see videos and it was my dad at the camera. But he was like, they documented everything, and it wasn't like they didn't know how to take photos. They didn't know that, but like the act of documenting stuff was so cool. And like I think like I tried to incorporate a little bit of that when we were doing the H3PO vlogs of like kind of stripping it down. Not like we were doing anything new, but like I think for us, like, you know, we were going through such a unique period of time. You know, I think it was just a strategic move because, you know, there's nothing new under the sun, but it's like how we can strategically apply those things. Like, you know, you applying the real estate thing to an event is so cool. You know, I was like, that is so cool.
Damn it,
like,
now I have to do it.
Yeah,
no,
you have to.
and it better be sick. No, just kidding. No,
Do not let Eric down.
No,
Right?
it
Do
better
not
be-
let him down.
No, I could see it in my head, but I was like, it's gonna be cool. But like in that moment is like, you know, making the strategic decision to be like, all right, well let's strip it down because like people want to hear Mal and Matt and everybody, they want to hear them. So it's like, and they want to see the workouts. They don't want to necessarily maybe want to see a highlight reel, but you know, they want to see it. But to answer your question, I think just like playing around, like time outside of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that whole thing.
You mentioned that recharge, like the rest.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere you go, something you do, an environment you seek out?
Yeah. So like so I think for us, it's like taking a break from ordinary work. It's like a biblical practice that we do. It's the Sabbath. So it's like taking a break from, you know, normal work. And for us, I never really knew what rest meant because like, you know, rest for us is like, all right, like, it's picking up a camera for me is still kind of working. So I have to have like really good discernment. Like if I'm gonna go out and take a camera, I'm like, all right,
What am I doing?
Are you really like resting? So like lately it's like I don't pick up a camera. Like anything that like I'm doing that's making me an income or money, I have to put it away. So like when we're trying to integrate it more, it's like y'all know it's hard. So like we're practicing it, trying to like really schedule that day out once a week just to do something else. And also integrating it every day, like in the night, like cutting off. Like we're literally, we get married in 41 days, like our big Mexican wedding, and we're in this challenge right now. It's $200 on the line. Where like every night, and this is like intentional to like recharge, make time for ourselves, get fit, like all the things, So it's like just our own fitness challenge. We just put money on it. But cutting it off at 8, like phones, food, everything, like let's just go for it. We never have. Like we're both like night owls, so we'll both like putt around until midnight and then wake up at 6 and I'm like, I'm exhausted. So lately we've been waking up real early, but it's been good. Like, so I'm like, cool. It's taking a break from the things that you're doing on a daily basis. So if like, for us, like, you're about to have family, or you have a wife and you're about to have a family. So it's like doing that, I think for me too, like I naturally like to be creative, whether that's like drawing or, anything else, just anything else that involves that. Because I still like to be creative, but it's like, okay, well then do something else that's creative.
Yeah,
like,
hit another creative item.
Yeah, do something. Yeah, because she's also very creative too. So it's like, let's go try anything else. Like we did a pottery thing one day, that was fun. Like, anything. Go watch a movie, be entertained. Like anything else. And like, but there's a lot of days in the year, so there's a lot of opportunities to try different stuff. So
I have a question. Have you seen Project Hail Mary?
Not yet.
Dude,
Sick.
you gotta see it.
Chris is going to give you the sales pitch right now.
I love it, dude. I'd love to hear it. Please tell me.
Such a banger.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude. And the fact that they don't use a lot of CGI for the film, like a lot of like some of the crazy scene. Like I'm not trying to give anything.
No,
away,
you can.
But it's like practical effects.
I love it.
And it's an incredible film. Honestly, like they did a marvelous show. I was just telling him like it's like Interstellar level.
That was gonna be that was gonna be my next question. Did they use the volume a lot? Like they do in The Mandalorian and like they use it in Batman? That like big LED screen that essentially uses VR. They did?
Did they?
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it's incredible.
Have you seen that?
It's an insane film. No.
Like how those things work? They have a whole like BTS thing on Disney Plus about how they did it with The Mandalorian. Oh. It is so crazy. And the guy...
It's like not a green screen.
No, it's like literally... And they use VR technology to do it. So like your camera's pointing somewhere.
Yeah.
Then correct me where I'm wrong, but it's pointing, but they use VR to map it out. And so like anywhere your camera points, it like fills in. So you'll see it moving on the VR screen. Yeah, it's incredible, bro.
That's sick.
And then I think what's his... the guy that has a podcast is kind of famous. His name's Chris...
I'm right here.
Noel.
Yeah, I think that the guy with the the guy, he did a podcast with McConaughey, but he has the Interstellar background. Williams.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Brian.
He uses it. Thank you, Brian. Chris Williams. He does one with Matthew McConaughey, and he has the Interstellar background, but they're in the volume. Dude, let's just put a bunch of TVs back here, and
I think we could probably do the LED screen thing. We're operating on a lean budget here, so for those that can't see this room,
Yeah, we're like
Yes.
98 through 2.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta say, for people that never been here, this is really cool, dude. I walked in. This is fun. It's just the idea of you having your own space, and this is in its own room. It's all set up. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, I mean, we were just saying too, like, it's so cool to just have it in person.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to anyone that said it virtual, because we've had to do it virtual as well. And I can't recruit everyone to Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take it on the road. We're gonna do that whole thing. So
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
that's fun. You should, bro. Because it's cool. It's gonna be a different atmosphere and just a whole different.
Yeah, I can already see it like at NorCal. Like I can literally already see it.
can envision it after you do your real estate reel. There you go.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say
It's
competing.
like the
Actually,
he is competing.
Well, okay.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
You're nuts.
I'm insane.
Strongest photographer.
Yeah, you.
I'm something.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But dude, I already have. I'm already having. So you know how I did that reel with Ruth? I'll show you when we're done,
Please.
if you haven't seen it, because I posted about 50 times. Like that would be sick. But listen, that would
don't
be
have
sick to do with like LK.
Yeah.
And like she's like the agent.
Yeah.
But like
I'm getting like video game like what's it called? Like GTA, like high view following around.
Oh yeah,
Like
that would be kind of cool. I think the hardest thing I feel like it would be is like because drone is obviously a big aspect of like real estate.
Yes.
But it's like getting those permissions. You know what I mean?
Minor details. Whatever. What are they gonna do? Sue you? Come on.
Yeah, they are, dude.
Yeah, they will.
Sue
Yeah,
you?
it's not great. You actually have to have like a pilot's license, don't you? Basically now.
Well, yeah, I have,
It's like kind of crazy.
like my Part 107 license. Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Well, I mean, I have to.
No, sure. Okay.
All right.
Humble brag.
I have
Yeah,
to
let's
make money.
relax.
Yeah. Do you have your license with you? Did they give you a call?
Yeah. Where's your card?
Yeah, I
at?
actually do.
Let's see it.
sick.
Where's it
I
at?
ain't got my wallet's right out there.
Oh, you're gonna send Brian? You're gonna make
dude.
Brian do it?
I mean,
You may not get it back.
Unbelievable.
Step
This
over.
guy.
You may not get it back.
Crazy. Yeah. Hey, keep that for yourself, Brian. Does it have your name on it?
It does.
Do you really?
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Oh,
So
right.
apparently we're the only
Weird.
ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
missing out here. Whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's literally given to me by the FAA.
There's a 0% chance the camera will pick this up.
Super lit.
He said. All right, let me.
Y'all can pass it back and forth.
That's a great toss.
It was a great toss.
6 months to get it.
Yeah, mine took a minute, dude.
Yeah.
I think mine took like 6 or 7.
Does it have his photo on it?
No, I wish it did.
No photo.
If it had your photo on it, like
Just
I
enhance
would
it.
be, yeah, and I would be disappointed if you didn't go in with like a pilot's hat and goggles.
Oh
time
my
I fly the
goodness.
drone.
That's probably why. That's probably why
That
they
would
don't
be
have
I'm gonna
it.
get
awesome.
a captain's jacket
Wow, I almost want one just to have one.
Okay. So for those at home,
given by the FAA.
Yeah, yeah.
it has United States of America on the top of it. It looks like a legit like
Win.
pilot's license. It has Chris's full name, Christian, which we've learned on previous episodes.
Why don't people call you Christian?
Yeah, why not?
Well, they do when I'm in trouble at my mom's
Oh
house,
yeah.
but that doesn't happen very often.
Christian's a good name.
He's a remote pilot. It has hit his height and weight on it.
Why is that
What
important?
does the weight say right now?
210.
What are you at right
That's
now?
cute.
Yeah.
Like 225.
That a boy.
Yeah, that boy. Well, you should see him deadlift. Or not deadlift. Sorry, not deadlift. Whoops. That was bad. Anywho, we're just...
It's one of my weak.
I'm gonna hold on to this for you.
me-
I don't know
That's
if I
hard
can
to
flip.
believe that
I'm gonna hit
you're
the. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to flip it back to you. It's gonna hit the camera lens.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cool transition though. Here we go.
Yeah, look, we're good.
Yeah, just get up. Yeah,
Perfect.
just get up.
My lower back is hurting from all the power cleans I did because I don't do them right.
I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm flying like a $500 toy to like get
Dude.
photos of homes.
That's
It's more than $500.
Well, mine was.
The one that you have currently, or the one that. Never mind. Anywho.
destroyed.
Okay. All right. There it is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't gonna see.
Yeah,
I don't
all
want to.
right.
I don't want to
Do
bring
it.
it up. I don't want to bring it up. It happened. It did happen.
We don't talk about it.
We don't talk
Yeah,
about it. It's
let's
very sad. Right into a power line.
oh, that's
That
like
was so
worse.
unlucky.
That's like the thing
Middle
you
of the
joke.
desert.
That's the first thing you joke about when you get a drone. It's like I'm gonna fly this thing right into a power line, and then you do.
Well, the messed up part is I had it like auto following the truck,
Uh,
and it came into a first set of power lines.
Yeah.
But it has sensors, like they're smart, and it dodged them.
Yeah.
Literally moved out of the way. Second set of power lines is like, nah, we're good. We're gonna hit these ones.
Tough one.
Mavic,
Yeah. No, it was an air. Air's best.
still good. Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good one.
Good luck trying to get them fixed.
Yeah, no kidding, bro.
Yeah, actually, because we're not gonna talk about that.
This is
We
a
don't
technical
have-
question, but does insurance cover that?
I
I got insurance, so I just put everything in there.
I don't know that. Well, I had like DJI's protection thing, but the
Didn't-
issue is like DJI's banned.
Didn't. Oh, great, wonderful.
So
Okay, well, no more drones.
Yeah.
Okay, just get up there, huh?
I guess
Just
so.
find a way.
yeah, just toss me up there with like
Get up there and pray. That's it. Yeah, that's all you got.
Get on top of a building.
Get hot air balloon.
oh, perfect. I'm gonna come back with another license.
Oh, catch Chris next games in a hot air balloon.
That would be sick.
Trying to get the guys
Hey.
running on the first event.
That'd be
Yeah,
epic.
I'm up there with a 1200
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
with the F8 1200 millimeter.
Yeah.
You want to be different, dude. You got to do different stuff.
Yeah, my budget costs more than the entire competition.
Seriously.
But you get a cool shot.
You do.
True.
Anything for the shot, as we know. Yeah.
Something like
100%.
that.
Well, you've since now have started. I don't know if it's starting your own business. You've always probably had.
Yeah, yeah,
business,
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've seen some popping up on Instagram,
Yeah.
getting into weddings and such. How's that experience been? Like,
Good.
what have you learned so far? Like
Yeah.
through the whole process?
I think well, I've been doing it for when did I graduate? Like since 2014.
Okay.
Like when I've been working like professionally, done freelance, but it's always been like, oh, Eric does videos, hire him. Oh, Eric does photos. I just kind of explained to you guys the whole roller coaster of it's always been that way. It's been like a blessing of like pull. And I'm like, great, I'll go here. And when I was at home for a little bit and I was getting into it, like maybe like 2017, 18, like doing more portraits, doing more weddings and kind of starting, it was great. I enjoyed it. But it was always kind of one of those stigmas where it's like, oh, if you're doing that, that's what everybody that starts does. So at the time, I didn't really appreciate it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it as a means to an end. You know, I'll find what I really am meant to do later. So I never had like an appreciation for it. So it wasn't until like, you know, the last like 3 years, I was like, you know what, I'm actually going to just think like an effort and like rebuild it. You know, I was just like honestly like a amateur freelancer, didn't know how to save money, didn't know how to run a business, didn't know any of that. I was just working and getting paid, didn't know how to do any of that business stuff. Yeah. So I was like, we need a reset. So I just reset everything, learned everything there was to learn about it, educated myself, figured out everything from the ground up financially, put good systems in place. How do I onboard clients? How do I pay people? How do I pay myself? Like all that stuff. Because like, I think lately the conversation I'm having with like friends and like people that I'll hire is like, you know, is that sort of stuff. Is like, you know, is your business set up, stuff like that. Because I think like for me, I didn't have that. It was more of like the technical stuff. I'm like how to like shoot. Like we're gonna learn that stuff naturally, you know, but the business stuff was something I didn't really have like conversations about. So I spent like the last 3 years like rebuilding it. And then we got married and she is very talented and also
would you say more creative?
More creative.
Yep.
And also likes to
back.
do the stuff that I hate to do, which is like planning, emailing, money, all that stuff. And God just put us together, matched us up perfectly. And when I was like, you know what, like we've never like been like, this is our business, we're open for business, like hire us. So I was like, we should probably do that. So I was like, all right, we should probably do that. So I've been home for a little bit, like after all the like rad and HWPO travel. So we rebranded our business to Castaños Studios. Before it was Castaños Photo and Design, the longest email ever, the hardest thing to freaking explain.
It is a long email, yeah.
Because I used to design and then now no more. So I was like, you know what? So Castaños Studios, that's Perfect. It. So done. So it's now it's both of us, and you know she helps with everything, you know, all the back end stuff, but also like she'll second shoot a lot of stuff. But now we're doing like a lot of wedding stuff, a lot of portrait stuff, a lot of like short doc stuff, a lot of commercial stuff. And it's been super fun. So like now that's what that is. So it's been cool. But I think the best thing has been knowing that like, all right, we have good roots. We have good systems in place. All that experience of running around, freelancing, like all that experience I was able to organize into like a process that I feel works for me. And that is like true onboarding, understanding what they need, you know, all that. Understanding and really scoping out projects, because that was something that at HWPO I feel like I was really bad at. And you know, I was just a creative that said yes to everything, in which, you know, being open to everything isn't necessarily a bad thing, but like being able to properly plan things was something that I was so young and didn't know how to do. Yeah. And so that was a big learning lesson. I think that season really showed me that. It was like, all right, I need to be better at this. So when it came time to run our own business, I was like, all right, this is our livelihood. That is like, I have to take care of this person. You know, when you get married, everything changes. You know that. Yep. So it's like when, you know, we're married, so I was like, okay, I have to provide for this person. So I was like, okay, let's grow up, essentially. So did that and, you know, flipped it, and it's been a blessing, dude. It's been so fun, and we're rolling with it, and it's been great. But it's been cool, man. Like the weddings have been fun. We've been trying to find like, you know, there's this whole different genre in weddings right now where it's almost like these like short docs, and it's been so fun, dude. Cool. Yep. And the opportunities that like, I think all the stuff we did in CrossFit, you know, talk about like skateboarding stuff leaking into the CrossFit stuff, like all the CrossFit stuff and the skateboarding stuff is now leaking into the way we do weddings and the way we do like short docs and commercial stuff, like, and being able to like showcase it and be like, I think we can do something like this. People would trust us, and they're like, all right, well, we'll let you like, we'll work together and do it. So we get to make something a little bit, you know, an attempt to make something different. Yeah. So I think we've been able to do that lately, and it's been fun, man. We've been blessed. We won some awards for some of our work, and, you know, that's been cool. But, you know, I think the process of making stuff with people is the most important. Oh, yeah. You know, we've been able to like have fun during it. Like we did like these like 5 short films back home about like economic development, something seemingly boring. But it's like, you know, we got to like explore our city, learn a lot about it, film a lot about it, meet so many people, you know, hire some of my friends that like, I'm like, okay, well, you know, never done this before. How can I, you know, do that and just work? And it's been cool, man.
Awesome. You're being very modest. That was your passion for Yuma really came through and that
thanks,
too,
man.
you know, and you can tell how much you actually care about the community.
Yeah.
You know, so you mentioned, hiring your friends, all that stuff kind of contributes to an amazing work environment that you provided all of those individuals and you guys all work together pulling in the same direction. I mean, that's what every leader wants to do. You know, scenario.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, there's buddies back home like Danny, who's like worked with Brian, who's been like he's so good at like building teams and hiring them out and taking them, like, you know, that's the way he does that is so good. And I'm like still in like my early stages of like learning how to like incorporate that. And it's just been fun. It's been cool. You know, I mean, my biggest like partner, my wife, like coming on and like learning how to integrate her and letting her have the space to, you know, play around. And second shooting's good because there's no pressure. You just go out and dude, I get the camera back, put her on a 7200 to get the camera back. I'm like, wow, these are incredible. I was like, so fun. But yeah, it's just been cool, man, just to like find our own way. So it's been really fun. But none of that would have been possible without like all the experience in, you know, previously. But I think I appreciate that though. Like it means a lot because like, you know, I love my hometown and, you know, I think it's just funny because like being from there, people are always like, oh, I want to be like in Phoenix or in San Diego because we're like right down in the middle. Yeah. And for me, I'm like, I just like, you know, it's hard because you can't really get a lot of like the quality that you see here unless like people go back. Like, you know, luckily we had people like Brian, but Brian left. So, but it's hard, you know, but it's tough. It really is. But there's also challenges from like working in a small city like that. So it's small. So like it's about connections and, you know, it's tough. It can be challenging at times too. So, but we've been very fortunate and blessed to be able to do the stuff that we do. So right now it's going great. So, you know, just praying it keeps going good and just project by project. So what is that?
Real photographer.
Is that the 28 to 105?
28 105. Yeah. Or 24 105.
2.8?
Yeah.
That's the one we need to get.
Oh,
Ali.
that's
the one we need to get. Dallas has been trying.
You can have it if you want as a parting gift.
Another one of us. Young Dallas.
I just messaged him Legends next weekend actually.
We're the only ones that talk. You, me, and Dally.
Yeah,
speak the same
It's
language.
funny because the first time I met Dallas was at SoCal Wadapalooza, and like this past year, and he came over to me and he was like, because I rented the 100 to 300 2.8, and he goes, "Is that yours?" And I was like,
I love him, bro.
And I was like, "What do you mean? Is that mine?" And he goes, like, "Do you own that?" And I was like, "No, dog." He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's an expensive one."
Yeah, I love him. He's cool. He let me try his stuff. He's the reason why I started renting our R5Cs.
Okay.
Yeah, we were up there, and he was like, "Dude, just try it." And he like gives it to me, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
gosh,
Dallas is
dude."
a good dude.
Dude, you're like shaking. You're like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah. I'm
what
like,
this.
please don't give me your camera because I was like wanting one so bad, and I was like, I'll just start renting it because the 6s were just freaking overheating.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was an issue. I mean, even like the regular R5 overheating is bad. I've never had an issue with the R5 too, though.
Doesn't happen with Sony. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is where Sony's come in, and this
boom,
they're like,
boom, boom.
You said boom.
That thing FX3, I can direct sunlight, 120 degrees, doesn't matter.
You know what?
Also throw it in the garbage. That's where it belongs.
No.
Good. That was good. Well, we have a C50 now, so that thing, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the rival of it.
Yeah,
It has open gate.
Okay, you didn't even know what that meant. Like 6 months ago when it came out. I didn't either. I had no idea what it meant.
So useless, bro.
I know.
It's so useless.
We have one guy that's a big gearhead.
And he's like, go.
And Chris shot him a text because Canon is like, hey, like, what do you know about this like open gate?
Yeah, we were both like
it's a
I like
secret?
asked JT and he's like, I don't know what that is.
like, no
and,
idea.
and he goes, you know who does? And I was like,
Colton.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Big gearhead. He's one of those guys where like if you want to spend some money, just hit him up. He'll tell you what to.
Oh man, that's Danny, huh?
Yeah.
Danny, our buddy Danny, he'll like, I wait for him to buy stuff, and I'm like, he should have a camera store. Truly, he'll love that we're talking about this. He'll buy stuff, and I'll go to his studio, and he'll be like, look, Varipol, like new light, and I'm like, cool, put an Amazon cart, and I'm like, great.
He should open his own rental house.
He probably will.
And now more people are going to be hitting him up after they.
I hope so, bro. We need some. I hope so. Yeah. He's got 3 kids. Yeah, dude. It's so funny.
So we're hitting on processes.
Processes. Yeah.
So like, what was the? Where'd you look to? If there was anything that was instrumental in that, because that's quite an undertaking.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, man, like I don't know if this sounds just kind of like a goofy answer, but like honestly, everywhere that I was failing. So everywhere that I felt like I wasn't able to like where I was feeling like pain points and reevaluating and like figuring out what was working, what wasn't. And I think like what I was explaining earlier about like, you know, not being able to like scope stuff out, like making time for stuff. Like I think I was working harder, not smarter. So I think a lot of that was happening. And I found like that I was like, my strength was in like the strategic part, like being able to like talk about the idea, like blast it out, like collaborate with somebody and like take a client, somebody that you're working with, like let them just spill it on the ground, sketch it out per se, like literally sketch it out, take all that. Now what? How do you make that thing real? And that was a thing that I didn't never know how to do. I would just be like, yeah, and then figure it out and never have a plan. So that was the part that I struggled with. So that was, you know, I'm talking about like rebuilding. I'm like, it took everything like from financial to like how we make ideas come true. But that was the part that I knew that couldn't leave. And we like call them discovery meetings now, but like with everybody, whether if it be like a portrait session for a high schooler or like a brand shoe with Rad or like, you know, or anything, we're like, what are we doing? Like, let's pie in the sky, let's sketch it, put everything on the table. And, you know, and then we go from there, write it out, be like, all right, we can do it for this much. They're like, no, yes or no, take this out, put this in. Be like, cool, just work that out, you know, the logistics of it. Yeah. And then be like, cool, agree on it. This is how long it's going to take. Go and then go for it. Because like the production part of it was something that I didn't have a skill in. And I think for my own like frustrations with like not coming through on stuff, like I know for me, like a big thing that was like I was always late on stuff. Like I would take forever. And like people were gracious and they were like, you know, they would go to bat for me. Like, oh, it's because he's creative. He's an artist. He takes forever. I was like, yeah, and also nah. Because like I didn't want to like sit there for a long time, you know, because like I think what would happen is like you'd get stoked, but then you'd have like 5 things stacked on each other. And then you're like, well, you said yeah, and they all needed it yesterday. So I'm like, that's why when you guys flip reels, I'm like, that's amazing. But like now, and because we do a lot of video stuff now too, like a lot, hence purchasing the C50, is like I have to have a plan. And not only for like myself, but communication with them, communication with my family, like this is what's going to happen. This is how much people are getting paid. This is how long it's going to take. And also knowing that this is the framework. We're going to dance in the middle of all this. Like things are going to move a little bit, but here's the general consensus. And it's been great. Like it's been awesome. Like, is it perfect? No. Like, but so far, like we're able to communicate their idea, you know, effectively and creatively. So that's been awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that helps out like in the post, right? So like, yeah. Now you have clear expectations. They know exactly what they signed up for. You have clear buy-in to what you're thinking creatively, all that stuff, so that, you know, when you do send those final deliverables off, like there's not a back and forth with a bunch of revisions. Then all that time that you spent on pre-production and all that time you spent on doing all that, you don't have to face that on the back end. Yeah. Right. You've already established all that. So, because this is like this back end of revisions, all this is where our margins die. Yeah. You know? If we're constantly going back and forth, we're constantly managing that relationship, whatever, we're losing money. Whereas if we have all of it up front, then we're able to keep our margins and keep everything clear.
Yeah, and we talk about it too. They're like, you know, there's like a understandable amount of revisions as far as like one, like literally like little tweaks. Because like for me, I'm like, if we didn't do our job, like discovering and like conversating and planning and storyboarding, and you signed off on it, like if we didn't do that right, like if there's a lot of revisions, we didn't do that part right. Like that's the part. There hardly ever did we get to the finish line and people are like, let's change the whole thing. Otherwise we didn't do our job, like with connecting. So like for us right now, like that's the whole thing, is like making sure we understand like what your issue is, what we're trying to communicate, where it's going is a huge one. Like you guys know now, it's like the whole like, we're not going to push it. You know, sometimes there's a time and a place for highlight reels. There's a time and a place for just like a raw cut. There's a time and a place for like, you know, so it's like, what are we trying to communicate? Who's watching it? The whole thing, you know, the marketing side of it is like, you know, figuring that out and asking those questions, like who's watching it? Where's it going to go? How long is it going to be out? All that stuff. Like, I think that just, again, like past experiences, working at agencies, like all that just added up and it clicked. You know who I watch a lot on YouTube? Like funny enough is Danny Gevirtz.
Yeah.
Love him. Like everything from like I might as well just be like a clone of him. Because like, you know, or an attempt. But like I learned a lot from that guy. Like I love watching him. Like anybody would tell, like Chadrick would tell you, like I love that guy. Like I love the way he shot. But I also love his approach and like the way he uses like Milano and stuff like that to like lay stuff out. I think he just makes it like very obtainable for somebody like, you know, I feel like freelancers like very scatterbrained because like we're very creative but not like very organized. And I think for me it was like learning how to be organized. So I was like, and I never knew that. So I was like, essentially if I can learn how to like control this like my creative brain, then I'd be more effective. Because I was literally like Cyclops without the glasses. It was just like blasting everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, put the glasses on. I was like, okay, now we can kind of like focus a little bit more.
Yeah.
So
and to hit on that too, like myself, like I'll have like 25% done of like 10 different things.
oh wow.
And then I won't have those structures in place where I take it to the finish line.
Yeah.
So my thing is like I gotta have the process in place to actually take it to the finish line. As opposed to just kind of leaving it out there and just.
Yeah, and I think for me, in like full transparency, like the thing that has been
This is a safe space. So.
okay, great. No, and like I think it's so funny because like I've never talked about it. So I like it's like, you know, business stuff. Like when I met people, never talked about business stuff, never talked about like the process, never talked about like any of that. Like I think because like I think a lot of us, especially in the fitness space specifically, like we meet at comps and the environment of comps is like you're gonna be up till 2 a.m, dude. Like we're not talking about processes, we're not talking about business. Like maybe we're talking about like how like charging like different, you know, how you got there and all that, you know. But we're not talking about like, you know, you guys know there's people out there that do deliverables that are nuts. And you're like, I would have not charged that for that, you know, all that stuff. So those logistics. But like when it comes to our own like separate businesses outside, it's like those are a little bit different. So a CrossFit weekend is like a whole different. Like a games weekend is totally different. It's like, yeah, but still that also takes like drawing out expectations. Cause like that also got really jaded. That's a whole nother conversation as far as like CrossFit Games deliverables. That's like nuts. But like time blocking for us is like ginormous. Cause I think over time, like, you know, y'all know, and we all know how long things take us or a general idea, day, half day. Like for us, we started scoping stuff out on like not like an hourly basis but more of like a day or like a half day, just because like you leave room for anything, you know, delays, all that. And especially when it comes to editing days, I'm like, that's how it goes because I'm cutting stuff, I'm storing stuff. It's not just like I'm sitting here opening Premiere or DaVinci and editing and then that takes me 4 hours and that's the out. No,
you're not a robot too.
We're not I'm not a robot. So it's like if it's something like, you know, I'll have a general idea how long like a wedding film is like pretty good. So it's like, you know, we'll spend the time shooting it, scope that out. Like here's what's in it. It takes me X amount of days to do it. That is literally time blocked off in my calendar to do it because they purchased that time. That is their time. Like that's that. And because that helped us in our marriage because that helped us justify whether somebody wants to like scoot in for a portrait session. It's like literally I don't have time. I literally don't. Like I don't. So like sometimes lately too we're like, dude, I don't have availability till like May. It's like I never understood how to do that. Like as far as like, yeah, I mean I got a birthday party that day or like something, but like now like it's like no dude, like we have weddings to edit, things like that. But also like factoring those things like we're cut off at 8, we're this. So it's like we built the life that, you know, we hope to have and also like we have our expectations from our clients that they bought and we're like learning that. So it's like turnaround time, all that. But I literally block it in the calendar. So like our friends make fun of us too. They look at our calendar. It looks gnarlier than it is, but like because
color coded, like how we
color coded. Yeah. But it's like for me, I'm kind of gnarly, but I'll have like wake up, eat, like edit this, break, shower, drive, like all that stuff because like dude I'm bird brain, I'll forget.
Yeah.
I'll forget. And then like right now, yeah, we're trying to cut it off at 8. It's going okay. I think no one's had strikes yet, huh? No strikes
we
yet.
got $200 on the line.
No, I've been trying. I was like, dude, I've been trying to like sabotage her. I'm like, today I'm about to eat after 8.
Well, like casually, like here's some caffeine real fast. Like,
yeah, 100%. It was just because she's competitive. So if I like, if we get down to that last week and I have like, you know, if I sabotage a little bit, but we'll see.
You got to like document this. This is epic.
We might have
guys
to.
Just like you guys like
we do a little vlog.
Talk about this online.
Let's see how it goes.
Like that way, they're keeping us accountable too. too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God.
who's
Uh-oh.
That
Yeah.
might be. Wait,
There's a
it's
competitive spirit.
no,
There it
it's
is.
so funny, and that's the only way. Honestly, that was for us. I was like, that's the only way it's gonna happen because like we're like, what's gonna make us do it for real though? Because like, there's too many times we'd be like, you're on the couch, you're like, but man, another episode of this, and you're like, whatever. But there's stuff that we want to do, so I was like, let's just go for it. And then honestly, the $200, we had $100 at first, but we're like, okay, $100 is kind of easy. I was like, let's do something that's kind of like feels a little risky.
Yeah, $100 is like, a pretty nice dinner. $200 is like a good, nice dinner.
That's like kind of a risk. Like $200 would hurt a little bit. So I was like, all right, $200 then fine. So $200 on the line.
Yeah.
We were trying to like do like, we'll do whatever you want. Excuse me, we'll do whatever you want. Do whatever I want. I was like, we already do what was it?
No, I just like, because that wasn't working for us. Like,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, you pick how many times you want to work out, and I pick, no.
Yeah.
Let's just have the same amount.
Yeah.
Both on the same scale. We're held to the same standard. And that way we know, like, all right, you're going, I'm going. Like, we're
Yeah. Doing it together.
It helps.
Yeah.
It does help.
Well, it helps to have somebody going with it with you as
Yes,
well,
dude.
right? Because it's like
So sick.
in moments of like weakness or something like that, if you're like looking at yourself, you're like, "Oh, I could just take the easy route, but then you look over and like someone else is
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you, like
like-
going through. You're like, oh, well, I can't because then you're letting the other one down and vice versa.
I wish I could. There's this morning I was like, you don't have to go to the gym. You just get a strike.
See, that's crazy.
That's dirty.
crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
That's when you go out and max out any lift or just go absolutely nuts. Yeah, yeah,
It's like sabotaging your own. Like, dude, you realize that you're just like fueling the fire.
motivating.
She might win.
Yeah,
I think I know I will win.
I like
Let
the
it be
confidence. I like the confidence.
I don't know.
Is there any side action? We should get some side action going on this.
Side action would
I don't know.
be.
Oh, let's play some side bets. Yeah.
Side bet.
Like
Oh,
me
yeah.
and Chris maybe do like some side action.
I don't know. We could. I think she.
They're on Kalshi.
Place your bets. Oh, that's too funny, man.
We'll have to hear the results, but I definitely think you guys should document it. That'd
That'd be funny.
It's super
I think we
cool.
will.
And like even if you guys like try to sabotage each other, like have little moments like that and like make like cool like little
Here's the yeah. We might have to.
you know.
We might have to. Thanks for the encouragement. We might have
Yeah.
to.
Well, I mean, you encourage Chris, so naturally I have to encourage you. Like,
That real, dude.
we bring it back to Chris's
I
real.
think he just forgets.
No, I'm gonna remind you, dude. Well, I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
Yeah.
There you
He's
go.
gonna be in your
Put it on
DMs.
my calendar to remind me.
Hey, dude, put it in the calendar, dude.
Yeah.
If it's not in there, it didn't
That's
happen.
real homie shit right there, though. I'm gonna put it on my calendar to remind my homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really
You know,
do. Yeah.
Inner circle.
No, it really does. It's also the reason why I don't answer phone calls, which is bad. But I mean, working on that one too.
I don't know that nowadays I'm getting so many spam calls and like screening and all that. It's just like, yeah, I don't put my number on my website just for that. I'm like, I don't.
I think that's a good move. Ooh, actually, I think that's a good idea. Let's not.
Or you can do it through like a third party app or something, like
take it all down.
Google or something. I don't know. I haven't even set that up, but I think there's like third party apps, and then they have to say their name and like why they're calling, and then it.
Oh, I
links to you.
love that.
Yeah.
No, let's do that. Let's do that.
Boom. We got some action items.
Dude, thanks. Yeah, love that. That's good. What's your guys' next comp then?
Well, I'm DMing Dallin back right now.
Young Pep?
Young Pep.
Oh, my guy.
Yeah.
Love that dude. Day Day? Love Day Day.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy.
Oh, dude, he's so nice.
Yeah.
Like the first time, he's also a huge human.
Yeah, he's a big
Oh my, him at
SoCal Wadapalooza
Yeah.
last year, and
Big
I was
guy.
I was talking to him, Ish, Hopper, and their wives were there.
Hey, let's name drop everybody.
Well, they were taking photos with the trophy.
I'm just chirping you. You're
It's
right.
been a greatest of all time.
Nice. I would put that in there.
I hate him. He never lets me like actually.
I gotta chirp a little bit. There you go.
He chirps me enough.
What do you
that
mean?
I forget what I'm.
That's on you. That's not on me.
Nah, you gotta chirp your homies.
We got a great dynamic.
I do, you really do.
We have something.
Alrighty.
And see, I totally forgot where I was going with this.
Come on, you got this.
Oh yes, see,
See, Brian.
need a Brian.
That's why everybody needs a Brian.
Everybody needs a Brian. Brian's gonna be around a lot more.
I was like standing next to him. I was like, "Good lord!" I was like, "This is not what CrossFitters used to look like."
No.
Like Dallin is a huge human.
Him at Wadapalooza, I was like, whoa. He was running towards my camera. I was like, huh.
Yeah, he's a scary guy.
Scared.
Him and Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's ginormous.
Cool. Well, we're gonna let you guys go. This was
Dude.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. No, thank you guys. I appreciate the time. Honestly, I feel like I just blabbered for whatever and just blasted through. But no, I hope it was good.
I loved it.
Super insightful.
Loved everything.
Okay, bet.
And, perhaps we have you back.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
We got to get some updates and all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, the challenge, dude. The challenge. No, I really do love what you guys do. It's so cool, man. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the road one. I think the road one's going to be really fun, especially like seeing, I think, the stuff that happens, like the hotel edits, like all that. I think people see it from like your guys' stories, but like actually making time to like do a pod, like I hope people are down for it, because that is something that is like so cool. Make it just a rotating door of like, come on in, just talk.
I mean, I think it helps we have people like you that are willing to come on.
Yeah.
Like some OG status people.
No, that
definitely helps.
That is so funny to consider myself OG status.
I know, right?
That is so funny.
It's not like an age thing. It's simply,
2019
experience. You've been through it. You're there. You're there in the early days. But
yeah, you guys took me down memory lane a little bit. There's some stuff I forgot. I'm sure I'll be texting you after and be like, no, dude, it was this. No, dude.
Sorry, that's why everything's edited. We can do a little stat correction or whatever. Yeah.
No, I think the highlight though was going to the games and getting a gash in my head. That was like so funny, dude. And then I went to Alaska right after for a wedding.
Okay, I think that's a good one to end on.
That's a good one to end on. All right. No, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. It was awesome. Thank you for the time, man.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, that's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Capture the Reps podcast. If you're a fitness creative and you found this episode helpful, please share this with a fellow creative and keep creating, keep learning, and keep capturing those reps. We'll see you next time.